Virat Kohli's 50 of 43 balls in the Sunrisers Hyderabad clash. Now that has divided opinions across the spectrum. One, you're bound by the cult of personality. If it's Virat Kohli, you can't just dismiss it as a very slow knock. You can't dismiss it as a very good knock. You're always caught in the middle. This knock of 51 of 43 only summed up the fact that yes, Virat is a fantastic player in the power play, but when it comes to the middle overs, somehow, some way, he tends to struggle. His strike rate from 177 dropped to 76 in the middle overs. That was the problem. Ending with a strike rate of 118, is that good enough? In the case of Virat, everything might be brushed under the carpet. But if you look at it with a very brutal, cold, analytical look, had RCB not won, they might have actually gone after Virat Kohli. They meaning the fans and the former cricketers. If RCB has won, it is not because of Virat alone. It's because of the likes of Rajat Patidar, the likes of Cameron Green and all the others. One has to understand that the criticism that happened with Virat Kohli in the previous matches, be it the KKR game or be it the RR game, he was the lone batter who did well. Now, if there's a lone batter who's done well, the fingers will be pointed at that only. It is instinct. Now, former cricketers after the match, they had their say on the Virat Kohli issue. And the first person who gave in this was former India cricketer Ajay Jadeja. Now, speaking with the host broadcasters at that point, Ajay Jadeja had his take on the Virat Kohli situation. He stated, when Virat Kohli started, he looked to be in a different mood altogether. But the main difference between SRH and RCB is that when RCB got ahead, they slowed down. Maybe they weren't aiming that high. Agreed, in the power play, there can be no complaints whatsoever. Virat batted in an exceptional fashion. 177 strike rate, hitting boundaries at will, ensuring that the scoreboard was ticking. But RCB tried to do SRH things. But then what happened in the middle overs, they slowed down. Maybe they thought, okay, a 250, 260, if they want to aim, they might end up getting all out for 170, 180. So they recalibrated and ensured they got to 206. So this is what Ajay Jadeja had to say, and he continued. The moment the power play ended, he slowed down. It could be because RCB lost 2 wickets. Maybe. Sometimes it looks as if RCB are very, very adamant about their rules. DK will always come out at the end. Now, this is the problem with Royal Challengers Bangalore. They are always not flexible with whatever plans they have. DK, you are going to play only 10 to 15 balls. You are not going to go out of that rule. Now, here he is given the benefit of doubt that yes, 2 wickets fell. That's why he had to slow down. But does that strategy work? You've seen in the past when that kind of strategy works, it backfires. Other times 2 wickets fell, but Rajat Patidar played with an open mind. Now, the old school template is, one batsman sitting at the other end, I will drop anchor. But you have seen in this year of the IPL, it's not necessary for one individual to drop anchor. Which is why this kind of a situation, if one batsman is hitting, if the other can hit, then you can ensure that the pressure is on the opposition, because there is relentless pressure from both sides. Now, apart from Ajay Jadeja, RP Singh, the former India bowler, he himself stated, he has transformed himself in the power play. Agreed. Virat as an opener and Virat as a batter in the power play has been next level, which is why him batting at number 3 in the T20 World Cup might actually backfire. He is best suited as an opener, but as we have always mentioned, in particular I have mentioned, getting Rohit and Virat back has totally disturbed the team rhythm in that sense. We don't usually get to see such shots from him anymore. Usually he isn't this slow. So that is an anomaly. He is usually not that slow, but then we have seen in the last 3 years that yes, he can be bogged down. There were almost 24 to 25 balls when a single boundary wasn't scored, which could have had a strong impact. Look at the middle overs. 18 runs, 19 runs of 25 balls ensured that they just could not get into the groove. Virat struggled. In the middle overs, he struggled. The power play issue, not a problem, because he's managed to hit some good runs, especially when the ball is hard and the field is in. But then it might not work all the time. Now, Sunil Gavaskar, Now, Sunil Gavaskar was very, very vocal about Virat Kohli's knock. He said, in the middle, he just seemed to have lost touch. I think from 31 to 32 to the time he got out, he did not hit a boundary. You've got a strike rate of 118, that's not what your team expects from you. In the case of RCB, because only one individual is propelling everything up, it's a problem. Whatever he does, everybody will have a justification about it that, oh yes, he has to do it because his team is so poor. But then Virat asked for this team, isn't it? The management gave him this team. The captain may have been doing other things and all, but then RCB off the field blundered. They got in players that didn't need that didn't demand. They got players that didn't meet the brief. So what can you do about it then? 118 strike rate in an era when you've seen almost 250 being chased and 200 totals are getting chased regularly. It's a worry. It's a big, big worry. Aaron Finch has stated, sometimes your job as a set batter is to take the game a little bit deeper and get Patidar on stride as much as possible. That's where the intent to hit boundaries goes out. Now, if that is the mindset, isn't it a problem? Because I want to take the game deep, that means I have no confidence in the other batters. This is the issue. For 10 years, you have been playing with the similar kind of a mindset to take it deep, take it deep, take it deep, but then it's always backfired. It happened in Adelaide, it could happen yet again. And you're playing in venues in the West Indies, for example, barring a Providence, St. Lucia, you have a mixed record, but you've never had a good record in Barbados. So that's why the Virat Kohli strike rate debate is going to continue until and unless the IPL ends and unless and until the T20 World Cup doesn't end. But the clear-cut indication is that a lot of things will be swept under the carpet. People will say what they have to say, but one thing is for sure. When you've gotten Rohit and Virat back into the setup with just 5 months to go for the T20 World Cup, because of one series against Afghanistan, you have already ensured that your team is in chaos. Whatever be the case of reputation, whatever be the case of all the other things. So, it is a big, big talking point, Virat's strike rate. So, one hopes that when the squad is selected, he bats in the right position and ensures that India can pull off their 11-year drought. They can finish it off in grand style in the West Indies. Thank you so much, folks, for joining us for this video. We'll be back with more updates on sports today. Bye-bye.